on Wednesday in our month. Navadvip Dham Parikrama will start, which is every year. So if one is unable to physically go there and do parikrama of all those holy places, this is one kind of devotion. Like in this world, we put something in the center and then we move around that center. That is what? That is our body and bodily relation. So we always move around that center and we become attached. And then we also have to suffer because of all the time changing. So parikrama of Supreme Lord and his Dham and his devotees, Gurudev Parikrama, Tulsi Parikrama, is meant to put Krishna in the center and move around him, means to serve him. And then we'll get attachment to him. Our Parangurudev also used to give one example, like you know that kite in the sky, children, they will release the kite. So he is connected with the rope to that stick in the hand of one boy. And when he will turn that stick, that will be released, that rope, and kite can go more high or more far. But when he will turn in another, rotate in another direction, then that rope will decrease. So our Gurudev used to explain that we are doing parikrama of this worldly interests all the time. So the pure devotees, they make arrangement for doing Navadvip Dham Parikrama or Brajamandal Parikrama or Purushottam Dham Parikrama, other places Parikrama, so that we will give our energy in opposite direction. So the more we will do Parikrama of Krishna, his holy Dham, everything, the more we will get attached to Krishna and simultaneously detached from this non-eternal worldly interest, like that rope. If you rotate in one side, it will happen two effects. And if you rotate in another, two effects. You will get attached to one side and detached from another, like that. So Navadvip Dham Parikrama is very important. So if one is unable to physically go there, then at least one can do Parikrama by going through this book written by Srila Bhaktivinod Thakur, Navadvip Dham Mahatmya. Srila Bhaktivinod Thakur is personal associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He sent him here and he revealed where is the actual birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj confirmed, and so many other places he revealed. And he also wrote Navadvip Dham Mahatmya in two parts. One is Parikrama Kanda, describing what we will read, and then there is Praman Kanda, where Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving all scriptural evidences, like Brahmapur. You will find in Upanishad, Brahmapur means the city of Brahman or abode of Brahman. So that is Navadvip, Vrindavan. And he also wrote Navadvip Bhava Taranga. That is how a realized soul, those who are on Bhava stage, with their devotional eyes, when they do parikrama, what is revealed to them there. That is high, very high book. So we will read this, Navadvip Dham Mahatmya, Parikrama Kanda, and Parikrama will start on Wednesday with first island, that will be Antardip. So but we will have to read 4 chapters before coming to that 5th chapter Navadvip. Today and tomorrow we'll read these 4 chapters. I cannot read Bangla, although it is very beautiful, otherwise it will take much time, but it is very beautiful in the form of song. Just I'm reading some part. Jai Jai Navadvip Chandra Sachi Suta, Jai Jai Nityananda Rai Avadhuta, Jai Jai Shri Advaita Prabhu Mahashoy, Gadadhar Shrivas Pandit, Jai Jai, Jai Navadvip Dham Sarva Dham Sar, Jai Navadvip Basi, Gaura Parivar. All glories to Shri Sachinandan, the moon of Shri Navadvip. All glories to Shri Nityananda Prabhu, the Avadhut. Avadhut means one who is pure devotee, and he is beyond all these worldly regulations and these things. All glories to Shri Advaita Acharya Prabhu. All glories to Shri Gadadhar Pandit and Shrivas Pandit. All glories to Shri Navadvip Dham, the essence of all holy abodes. All glories to the inhabitants of Navadvip, the family of Shri Gaura. So Bhaktivinod Thakur gave that blessing at the end, that whoever will read this book, he will get the fruit of parikrama. That is why we are reading, since we cannot go there. But if someone goes there and does parikrama, and together with reading this book, then he will get more result. Sakala bhakata pade kariya pranam shankepe varnibo ami Navadvip dham. Navadvip mandaler mohima apar Brahma adi nahi jane barne sadhyakar. Sahasra badana shesh bornite okom kudrajib ami kise hoibo sokom. Paying my respects at the lotus feet of all devotees, I, Bhaktivinod, will briefly describe Shri Navadvip Dham. The glories of Shri Navadvip Dham are incomparable. If even Lord Brahma and others like him do not know its glories, who is able to describe them? If Bhagavan Shesh is unsuccessful in describing the glories of Shri Navadvip Dham with his hundreds of mouths, then how can I, an insignificant living entity, succeed in doing so? Because glory is unlimited, so no one can finish. Truly, the glories of Shri Navadvip Dham are truly the glories of Shri Navadvip Dham are unlimited. Even Mahadev, the god of the demigods, cannot reach their end. Nevertheless, the will of Sri Chaitanya Chandra is very powerful, and only according to his wish do the devotees submit their requests to others. According to the will of Sri Chaitanya, the devotees have instructed me to describe the greatness of Shri Navadvip Dham. I can do this only because of their merciful order. There is also another extremely confidential topic. Although I have no desire to disclose it, I cannot desist from telling it. Our Gurudev also used to say, Krishna is residing in the heart of every living entity. He is inspiring. So he inspired those devotees to ask me certain questions because Krishna knows I have some doubts in regard to that. So by giving that reply, I can remove my doubts. In this way, Gurudev used to explain. Not in the mood of, I know everything, I am teacher, I am acharya, so I am telling all others. No, never in that. But in the mood of, I am practitioner. I have many drawbacks, so Krishna is mercifully arranging for my sadhana so that I can remove my doubts. Gurudev, by example, he wanted to show for us that this is how we should know the situation is. And otherwise we may think I am a realized soul and I will speak as a teacher. Another thing is when one is in connection with infinite, with unlimited, then he is always feeling humble. Because it is unlimited reality there. So one will never feel I have everything in my fist. So that is. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu concluded his manifest pastimes, he told the devotees to reveal the pastimes of Sri Navadwip Dham. The descent of my most worshipful Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is more confidential than all other avatars of the Lord. This is well known throughout the entire universe. Realize the soul, he has no any defect of Maya in his vision. So what he's telling is truth, pure truth. But because that reality is unlimited, he's always in a humble mood. That is why you will find Ambarish Maharaj did not do any fault, but still he said, yes, it is my fault. Haridas Thakur also did not do any fault, but he said, yes, it is because of my fault. That is always there in that sort of mood, because no false vanity is there. So we should not mistake their expression of humbleness as some actual Mayic insufficiency. No. It is due to their contact with unlimited reality, their feeling like nothing and always in want, because it is always unlimited new. And at the same time, because we are practitioners, we have many drawbacks, so Acharya also he will play the pastime to show how to practice, so that we may have example, so that we will not falsely imitate or think I am realized soul. I know everything, I will now teach others. For that reason also they are doing like this. Not that they have any insufficiency, but for us they have to teach by example. As Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did. He came to taste Radha Bhav, but so for him there was no necessity to hear about Dhruva and Prahlad. But still he did. Why? Because to be as an example for conditioned souls, because it is necessary for us. For that reason. Like that, Gurudev taught in this way. Not that he is not realized soul and that he has doubts and like this, no. But because we have that false ego. So Gurudev showed, no, they are asking me questions to help me. Not that they are giving me position, I am teacher, but so that to engage me in that sadhana. It is sadhana. There is a difference between sadhana and siddha avastha. What we sadhaka is not siddha. If he falsely thinks he's siddha and perfect and everything, then out of false vanity he will act to others, misbehave. So that to remove that and to show by example how it should be done, Acharya will act like this. Like in school, teacher will write A, B, C, D. That does not mean that he is learning now A, B, C, D. But he's teaching how to do it so that we may learn. So, in the scriptures, confidential pastimes are described in a hidden way. Such pastimes do not appear in the hearts of non-devotees. Even though there were many confidential scriptures regarding these pastimes, Maya Devi kept them hidden for a long time. Narratives of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were described in many places. Please don't mute my mic, otherwise others cannot hear them. I don't know how much you heard, so I'm reading again. Even though there were many confidential scriptures regarding these pastimes, Maya Devi kept them hidden for a long time. Narratives of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were described in many places, both in scriptures made known to the public as well as in scriptures not known that were kept here and there. However, Maya Devi always kept them concealed from the eyes of the scholars. When Sri Gaura Sundar completed his profound pastimes, Maya Devi, being faithful to his will, removed the covering from the eyes of the jivas and revealed within this material world the true nature of Sri Gaura, Gaura Tattva. All hidden scriptures regarding this topic easily manifested, and the jiva's inclination to debate was also vanquished. The supremely merciful Sri Nityananda Prabhu revealed Gaura Tattva in the hearts of the living entities. On Sri Nityananda Prabhu's order, Maya Devi removed the covering she had placed over the scriptures, and the learned, pure devotees obtained the wealth of the scriptures. Why is that unfortunate person, whose doubts are not removed, in spite of hearing all this, uselessly maintaining his life? There is no meaning to his life. In spite of hearing, but still he has doubts. Means he has other interests, other desires, but that cannot make him happy. A fortunate person becomes filled with happiness to receive the Lord's mercy at any time, and in any way the Lord chooses to distribute it. We should all understand that one who thinks, "I am the most intelligent of all," is the most unfortunate of all. This point before I was telling. Also, Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in his song Vaishnava Ke, he said this: you should not mistake one for another. What is mukta, what is bada, what is jukta, what is falgu. Don't mistake this. There are liberated souls and there are bound souls. They are not same. And you should know into which category you belong. So according to that, you have to practice, not to imitate something which you are not. And what is Falgu Vairagya and what is Yukta Vairagya. Proper Vairagya and what is Falgu. This don't mistake, confuse one for another. Then you cannot progress. One who does not accept the mercy of the Lord repeatedly falls into the pitfall of the illusory energy through his false logic. Come, O living entities of Kali Yuga, leave duplicity and accept the true process to achieve pure Gauranga Prema. Although Sri Nityananda Prabhu repeatedly calls out in this way, those who are unfortunate do not accept Gauranga Prema. Why do they not honor this Prema? Please consider this carefully. In this material world, all living entities are seeking happiness through logic, deliberation, yoga, and so on. Only to obtain happiness, some live materialistic life and retire to the forest, and only to obtain happiness, kings wage wars with other kings. Only to obtain happiness, some run after women and wealth, and only to obtain happiness, some engage in arts and science. Some, having searched for happiness, give up the desire for it and learn how to tolerate miseries, while others dive into the ocean and commit suicide to attain it. So all living entities, they are searching for happiness, or in the words of Srila Bodhayan Maharaj, all living entities, whatever they are doing, they have same goal. It is to get bliss. Means bliss, but Bengali pronouns bliss, to get bliss. But how you can get it? These are all like ideas. We think, I will be happy by this. Even those who commit suicide, they think, I will remove my miseries and I will get happiness. But Nityananda Prabhu lifts up his both hands and calls out, O living entities, come to me and leave behind the worries and difficulties of karma and jnana. I will easily give you the happiness for which you are endeavoring so much, and I will take nothing in return. You will experience no difficulty, you will have no expenses, and you will not have to tolerate any dire sufferings. Only 2 times Ekadashi is in a month, and Janmashtami like this. So not much suffering. Leave all kinds of apprehensions, simply sing the name of Sri Gaurahari and dance. There is no happiness equal to that which I will give you. That happiness is always filled with pure bliss and is beyond all illusion. In this way, Sri Nityananda Prabhu wants to distribute that prema which is rarely attained even by Lord Brahma and others. Due to the bad results of their own past activities, unfortunate persons do not want to accept this prema. Abhaga karama doshe. Bad actions. There is no sukriti, good actions. Those which are pleasing to Krishna, so they are unable to appreciate, to accept, believe. The bad results of unlimited fruitive activities are destroyed for those who even once utter the names of Gauranga Nitai. All of you, please listen to one more confidential topic. The treasure of Gaur Lila is the most significant attainment for the living entities of Kali Yuga. As Sri Radha Krishna, Sri Gaurahari, enjoys eternal pastimes with the Sakhis in Vrindavan. Through the scriptures, the Jiva can understand the true nature of Braja Lila and the glories of Sri Radha Krishna's eternal pastimes in Braja. Through the scriptures, the entire world knows that the glories of Krishna's name and abode are unlimited. Despite this, why is it that not everyone attains Krishna Prema? Reflect upon this a little in your heart. Behind this question is a profound truth which the living entities who are bewildered by the illusory energy do not deliberate upon. If someone does not attain Prema even after worshipping Shri Krishna for many lifetimes, it is clear that such a person has committed several offenses. If a living entity chants Shri Krishna's name without offenses, he attains Krishna Prema without any obstacle. The most astonishing fact in regard to the avatar of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is that through him a jiva can attain a treasure of Prema even in the presence of offenses. Offenses cannot disturb such a person. Because he is absorbed in pure Krishna Prema, streams of tears begin to flow from his eyes. After a short time, his offenses run far away of their own accord. His heart becomes pure and Prema develops within it. The offenses of the living entities of Kali Yuga are uncountable and fearsome. Without chanting the name of Gaura, these jivas cannot be delivered. Therefore, the scriptures repeat loudly that apart from chanting the name of Gaura, there is no other way for the jiva's deliverance. Means, we did some offenses and results are there, and also we have offensive mentality. We are not inclined to serve Krishna. That is why Rupa Goswami told, Sevanmukha hi jivado. When one is inclined to serve Krishna, then the name of Krishna and abode and everything will be revealed in him, only through service attitude. But that service attitude is not there. So even if someone chants, it will be with offenses, means Krishna Nam. That is why he cannot get Prema. But, and Krishna also will not take any measure to deliver them, but he is rescuing the sinners, but not offenders. But Krishna, in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gave chance also to those who committed offenses. To Vaishnavas, to Vishnu, he gives them chance, he gives them training, how they can develop proper attitude of service to Supreme Lord, to everyone. So that is our chance. People of Kali Yuga, he is giving chance to everyone. Whoever will come, he will teach him how to change your mentality to become servant. That is why also all acharyas, they say, first we have to chant Panchatattva mantra with surrender, and then Mahamantra, not directly Mahamantra, because we have to learn the proper mood through association of devotees and following their instruction. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in the mood of devotee, so that we will have devotional attitude. Then we can get that prema from chanting Krishna name, otherwise not. So here, without chanting the name of Gaura, there is no other way for the jiva's deliverance now in Kali Yuga. Shri Navadwip Dham is the crown jewel of all holy places because Shri Gaura Chandra appeared there. Here, Bhaktivinod Thakur is saying Svalpakala means it will take some time that all offenses will be removed. It does not happen immediately. we will have to do that sadhana under the guidance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then all offenses will run away and then prema will appear. That is the procedure. So it will not happen immediately. Even Bhaktivinod Thakur is telling Svalpakale. So what is the meaning of Svalpakale? Means some time will be there. You will have to follow the process given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is given by Rupa Goswami. Shraddha, Sadhusanga, Bhajana, Kriya, all these stages to remove all offenses totally and develop Krishna Prem. But we are given a chance by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates. They are giving the process how we can be free from offenses. And we saw in the life of Mahaprabhu, he rescued Prakashananda Saraswati. He did offenses to Vaishnavas and Vishnu and sinners like Jagai Madai and Sarvam Bhattacharya playing the pastime of being Mayavadi and all this. So everyone has a chance, but that does not mean you will just say Nitai Gaurango and you are pure devotee. That is not true. You have to follow the process. And our Parangurudev also warned, when someone hears that one can be rescued from all offenses by chanting Nitai Gaurango, one should not think in that way, okay, I will criticize devotees during daytime and then in the night time I will little chant Nitai Gaurango and I will be freed from offenses. That is like sinning on the strength of holy name. It is one kind of offense. So in the chanting of Gaur Nityananda, this is the only offense which is there, this sort of insincerity to misuse them for this purpose. So, but if someone sincerely surrenders to Gaur Nityananda and follows the process given by them, then that will rescue us from all offenses, and then we can properly chant Krishna Nama. And Shri Navadwip Dham is the crown jewel of all holy places because Shri Gaurachandra appeared there. Or together with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that Dham came. First Dham came, then Mahaprabhu. In other holy places, an offensive person has to suffer the reactions of his aparadas, offenses, but in Shri Navadwip Dham, offenses always remain far away. The evidence of this are the two brothers Jagai and Madai. They obtained the mercy of both Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, even though they were committing offenses. What to speak of other holy places, even in Braja Dham, the offensive demons are punished. However, if one unknowingly commits hundreds of offenses in Sri Navadwip, he can easily be delivered by the mercy of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. All sages consider Gaura Mandal, that is not Gaura as Gauranga Mahaprabhu, but Gaura, that soft means Bengal, Gaura Mandal. Gaura Mandala Bhumi. From this word also comes the word Gauriya Vaishnavism, means those who are following Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Bengali Vaishnavas, or Vaishnavism of Bengal, and Gauriya Mat also is coming. Then someone asked, but this is not only for Bengalis. Yes, this is true, but here it means Gaura Mandal as a spiritual place, which is unlimited, like you say Brindavan. That is unlimited, spiritual. Like that, Gaura Mandal is also spiritual. So that sort of Vaishnavism, it is not physical meant. Those who are born Bengalis, it is for them. No. It is meant that transcendental Vaishnavism, which appeared in the transcendental Gaura Mandal. All sages consider Gaura Mandal to be glorious because such a holy abode as Shri Navadwip Dham is situated within its area. one who resides in this Sri Navadvip Dham is extremely fortunate. He attains loving attachment for Sri Krishna. Any person who goes to Sri Navadvip Dham will be freed from all kinds of offenses. All the scriptures proclaim that a person who simply remembers Sri Navadvip will attain the same result as a pilgrim who visits all holy places. That is why we are singing that song of Rupa Goswami. We will sing from Wednesday on. I am remembering that Navadvip Dham. One who visits Sri Navadvip Dham attains the treasure of Krishna Prema life after life. Those who go to Navadvip to engage in fruitive actions in an intellectual search for the Supreme or for any work will not have to experience repeated birth and death in this perishable world. The result of each step taken in Sri Navadvip is equivalent to performing millions of Ashwamedha sacrifices. This is also confirmed in all scriptures. A person who chants his mantra in Sri Navadvip will experience the deity of the mantra appearing personally in front of him and will easily cross the ocean of material existence. This is one translation. Another is Navadvipe Bosi Jai mantra jap kore sei mantra chaitanya hoy anayasa tare. Yes. It will reveal itself, that mantra, the meaning. Another, some are saying that whichever mantra you will chant of any Supreme Lord, you will get darshan of Gauranga Mahaprabhu there, Chaitanya. Like we saw that Vipra was worshipping Varaha Bhagavan. Varaha appeared, but then also he showed him his form as Gauranga. All got darshan of Gauranga in Navadvip. The results a yogi obtains after 10 years in any other holy place are obtained by staying in Navadvip for just 3 nights. That liberation acquired in other holy places through arduous practice of Brahma Gyan is obtained in Sri Navadvip by simply bathing in Bhagirathi Ganga. In Navadvip, people desiring release from rebirth in this world obtain the different kinds of liberation. Salokya, residing on the same planet as the Lord. Sarupya, obtaining a spiritual form similar to the Lord's. Sarshti, obtaining opulence similar to the Lord's. Samipya, becoming his personal associate. And Jiva Brahmarup Oikea, that is Sayujya, or merging into the Lord's effulgence without any kind of speculative knowledge one can get, without Gyan, these liberations. In Navadvip, material enjoyment and liberation always remain as maidservants at the pure devotees' divine feet. Devotees try to kick bhukti and mukti, that is enjoyment and liberation, far away, but still bhukti and mukti do not leave the feet of the devotees. O brother, the result one attains from residing for 100 years in these 7 holy places, Ayodhya, Mathura, Haridwar, Kashi, Kanchi, Avantika, and Dharavati, Dwaraka, can be obtained by residing only 1 night in Sri Navadvip. This Sri Navadvip Dham is the essence of all holy places. In Kali Yuga, the living entity can easily cross the ocean of material existence by taking shelter of this holy abode. The 2 fields of knowledge, Taraka, that is knowledge about crossing over the ocean of material existence, and Paraka, knowledge about attaining all kinds of desires, always serve the inhabitants of Sri Navadvip in a beautiful way. Bhaktivinod, whose desire is to obtain the cooling shade of the lotus feet of Sri Nityananda Prabhu and Navadvip, is full of joy, singing the glories of Sri Navadvip Dham. Chapter 2. All glories to Sri Sachinandan, the moon of Sri Navadvip. All glories to Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the Avadhut. All glories to Sri Navadvip, the essence of all holy abodes. Who would possibly be able to describe the real nature of this Dham? Sri Navadvip Dham is situated within Gaura Mandal and is served by Sri Jannavi Devi, means Ganga, who further enhances its beauty. The circumference of Sri Gaura Mandal is 21 yojanas, means 168 miles. And Sri Ganga Devi is in its center, always flowing throughout. Sri Gaura Mandal is like a lotus flower with 100 petals, with the supremely beautiful Sri Navadvip situated at its center. The most fragrant flower, or Sri Navadvip, has 8 petals and measures 4 yojanas, 22 miles. In the middle of this flower is a stamen-like base, which is Antardvip. The circumference of Antardvip is 10 miles. The outer portion of this lotus flower is the entire Gaura Mandal with its 100 petals. It has circumference of 21 yojanas or 168 miles. According to scripture, the diameter of Sri Gaura Mandal is 7 yojanas, 56 miles. Half of this diameter is 3.5 yojana, means 28 miles. Right in the center of this flower is Sri Navadvip Dham, where Mahaprabhu's transcendental and pure birthplace, Jogapith, is splendidly situated. The holy abode of Gaura Mandal is like a Chintamani, or a desire-fulfilling gem. It is constituted of knowledge and bliss, Chidanandamoy, and all that is within it is transcendental. Everything in Gaura Mandal, including the water, land and trees, is transcendental. The 3 spiritual potencies of Sri Krishna, Sandini, Sambit and Hladini, are always present here. The constitutional nature of the transcendental Dham is a transformation of the Sandini potency. Sandini is a division of Swarup Shakti, the Lord's internal energy. This Dham is eternal because it is the place of Sriman Mahaprabhu's pastimes. None of the functions of the Supreme Lord's inconceivable potency are material. Nevertheless, conditioned souls, misled by ignorance, perceive the Dham from an external perspective as merely the material world. Like if you put glasses, you have red color, you will see red. That is not red, what is in front, but because your glasses are like that, with material vision you will see it is like matter, but it is not. With pure vision, you can see what is the actual nature of Navadvip Dham and Gaur Mandal. One whose, yes, here Thakur is explaining, one whose vision is covered by a cloud may think that the cloud is covering the sun, but the sun cannot be covered by a cloud. Similarly, although this Gaura Mandal is transcendental, one with material intelligence sees the Dham as material, but it is not. Whoever gets the mercy of Sri Nityananda Prabhu will perceive the spiritual nature of the blissful Dham. To such a person it is revealed that the Ganga, Jamuna, Saraswati, Godavari and other holy rivers perpetually flow together here, and that Prayag and the other 7 holy cities are present at various important places. That is why our Gurudev, when we were in Calcutta, he told, you should pray to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to give you that spiritual form. Then you can actually enter into Navadvip Dham. Otherwise, with this material physical body, you cannot enter there. In Dham, actual Dham. You need that transcendental spiritual form. That is devotion, that is made of devotion. So by the grace of Mahaprabhu, if that devotion is awakened within you, with that devotional form, you can enter there. One time, one devotee was asking our Gurudev, you please give me, you tell me about my transcendental form, spiritual form, that's the Deha. And Gurudev said, this is not some theoretical intellectual knowledge. It will be revealed by the grace of Krishna when you will surrender to him. Then still that devotee was pressing, no, you please tell me. Then Gurudev said, when you will want that, then you will get it. Then that devotee understood by the grace of Gurudev that is actually desire for service. It is not some information, you are gopi, you are this age, you are the... No, it means that is for the service of Krishna. So unless you have desire to serve Krishna, how you will have that? It is not some theoretical knowledge to be given for your curiosity and like this. So Gurudev told, when you will actually want the service of Krishna, then you will get. But you don't want, you want something else. Out of your curiosity and to show to others and like this. That is not desire for service. But when one will have desire for service, then he will realize that by the grace of Krishna. So like that, only with that transcendental spiritual form, that Sarup or Siddha Deha, one can enter into Dham. With serving mood, with form of service, you can enter, not with enjoying spirit. That is not possible. So, if someone gets the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, then to such a person it will be revealed that that is all transcendental. The fortunate living entity beholds this Gaura Mandal as the pure and manifest realm of Vaikuntha. The shadow of this Sarup Shakti is called Maya Shakti, or the illusory energy, and on the order of the Lord she spreads her power of illusion. This illusory energy covers the eyes of the living entities who have turned away from the Lord. For this reason, not everyone can perceive the influence of this transcendental abode. Those who eternally reside in Gaura Mandal are the most fortunate in this material world. When the demigods in Swarga see people living in Gaura Mandal, they perceive them all as having 4 arms, darkish complexions, and an astonishingly beautiful body with good stature and strength. All the inhabitants of this 32-mile area of Sri Navadvip Dham have a golden complexion, and they are always absorbed in Nama Sankirtan. Even Brahma and other demigods from this celestial realm worship the inhabitants of Navadvip in various ways. Lord Brahma prays, when will I be fortunate enough to take birth even as a blade of grass in Navadvip? If someone asks why I should desire such a birth, even though I am Brahma, I will answer, O brother, in this way I will obtain the food dust of all the devotees engaged in the service of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's divine feet. This would be impossible otherwise. Alas, alas, Sri Gaurachandra tricked me and made me the master of the universe. When will the binding knots of my fruitive activities be cut open? When will my mind become pure as I give up false pride? If one follows perfectly Varna Ashram Dharma for 100 consecutive years perfectly, then he can get the birth of Brahma. But here Brahma is telling, when will that be cut off? I want to give up this false ego, I'm Brahma. I want the dust from the lotus feet of devotees of Gaura. When will my self-conception that I am the creator of this universe vanish? When will I become a pure servant of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu and attain the shelter of his lotus feet? Demigods, sages, Rudras, and so forth reside in different places of Sri Navadwip. Even though they all have long since spent their lives engaged in austerities, they still could not receive the mercy of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Unless demigods such as Brahma and Shiva abandon the mindset that I am a demigod, and humility awakens in their heart, means I am eternal servant of Krishna, they are unable to receive the treasure of Sri Gaur Nityananda's mercy, despite great endeavor, what to speak of others. All of these topics will be narrated further on in this book. O brothers, listen to them carefully and faithfully. O brothers, avoid using mundane logic in regard to these topics, because logic is useless and inauspicious. That is beyond this worldly experience and logic and this. That is a different category. So you have to be open. Openly you have to receive. Don't try to judge with your material intelligence. Then you will be deprived. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes are like a deep ocean. On the contrary, mundane logic is as troublesome as the many layers of skin that cover banana flowers. The efforts of one using mundane logic to attain deliverance from the material world are unsuccessful. Nothing is gained in such endeavor. One who abandons mundane logic and takes shelter of only sadhus and shastras quickly attains the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Following the order of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, the Shrutis, means Upanishads, Smritis, Tantras, and all other scriptures always praise the majesty of Sri Navadwip. Smritis means Mahabharata, Puranas, Bhagavatam, Shruti, Smriti. Study all these scriptures and have faith in the words of the sadhus. Then you will understand the glories of Sri Navadwip. That is revealed knowledge. They are revealing to us. So we should accept it through surrender, not through judging by our own mundane logic. It will not work. Like that boy, he said, no, if I want to see the sun, I need a light. I need a candle to bring my candle. Then he said, no, you don't need. No, I need. Then when he got experience, then he understood what is meant. Like that, that is different thing. We should not have this baggage of worldly calculations. That is beyond our imagination and this experience. It exists, but is beyond our this mundane. That has to be revealed when we submit. All sacred places are extremely weak in Kali Yuga. Sri Navadwip Dham alone is supremely powerful. By the desire of the Lord, this holy abode and its glories remained unmanifest for an extremely long time. When the influence of Kali Yuga greatly increased and all the holy places consequently lost their power, the Supreme Lord, out of his concern for the well-being of the living beings, searched for a remedy to help them. The Supreme Lord taught, an expert doctor gives medicine to his patient after understanding his patient's suffering. If the patient is very sick, the doctor gives him especially potent medicine. Similarly, in the fearsome Kali Yuga, the people have developed a severe disease that cannot be cured without an extremely potent medicine. How will these living beings attain deliverance if I will not, even now, manifest the name and the divine form of my holy abode, which I so far have kept concealed? All living entities are my servants, and I am their master. If I do not liberate them, then who will? Without my mercy, they can never be delivered. Thinking in this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Sri Dham Navadwip along with his holy name, his abode, and his servants. The Supreme Lord always promises that he will liberate all jivas and dispel all of their tribulations. I will bestow upon every person in this material world a treasure that is rare for even Brahma to obtain. In this avatar, I will not consider who is a fit or an unfit recipient of this treasure. I will see how Kali destroys the living beings when I manifest my Navadwip Dham, means I'm challenging. In that sacred abode, I will break the poisonous teeth of Kali. Performing kirtan, I will make the living entities my own. According to the magnitude of the chanting of my names, the influence of Kali Yuga will be subdued. Thinking thus, Sri Gaura Hari manifested Navadwip Dham at the beginning of Kali Yuga by his internal potency, Yogamaya. Sri Gaura Chandra manifested his eternal pastimes in Gaura Bhumi after removing his illusory energy Mahamaya, who is the shadow of his Swarup Shakti, Yogamaya. In Kali Yuga, there is no one more unfortunate and wretched than that person who does not worship such a supremely merciful Lord and who rejects such an inconceivable holy abode. Therefore, O brothers, give up all other desires and fix your mind only on Sri Navadwip Dham. That is, please reside in Sri Navadwip Dham. Desiring to attain the cooling shade of Sri Nityananda Prabhu's and Jannava Devi's lotus feet, Bhaktivinod is revealing this truth. So tomorrow we'll hear another 2 chapters of introduction. Then on Wednesday, the parikrama will start.